for A to Z. Le'Veon Bell speaking for the first time as a member of the Kansas City Chiefs after his release from the Jets, going from the NFL's worst team to potentially its best. Here's Bell on coming to work with the best quarterback and one of the best head coaches in football.
It's not too much I can say about as to why it didn't work in New York. It just didn't work out, and the fact that, it didn't, it kind of led me to the position I am here today. And, when I had the opportunity, once I was, a free agent, talking to Coach Reed, just over that course, it's like, it was just kind of undeniable to try to come here, help this team, any ways that I can help them out. Being an opportunity to play with Coach Reed is just going to be, magnificent for me. So play with these players around, Patty Mahomes. I never played with a player, MVP-wise, so it's going to be fun. I think it's a lot of weapons. It's going to be fun for me.
Bart, of course, is a former Jet. Does Le'Veon Bell have any responsibility for the failure in his short tenure with the Jets?
I think just a little bit, but right now when you listen to his comments, you understand that he's still been professional. He can throw a lot of guys under the bus. There was a narrative about Le'Veon Bell when he left Pittsburgh and he set out that season. He's been nothing but professional and a leader, and I think it's more about the Jets and what they surrounded him with than actually his talent, his ability to still play this game at a high level.
And remember, the tide turned for the Browns when Baker Mayfield came in a couple of years ago in a game against the Jets. Now Baker says he's not worried about the criticism he's receiving on full blast from the media.
I don't give a damn what they say. It's within this building. We know we can be better. I know I can be better. And that's how it's going to be handled. The outside noise doesn't matter. They get paid to talk. We get paid to do our work. So that's how it's going to be handled.
Key, from what I hear, you get paid handsomely to talk as well. What does this statement from Baker say to you?
I like it. I like the fact that he's not worried about the media and what they say. Play football. Do better, and they won't say anything. You just shut them up by playing better. That's all.
That's all from the opinion of Key on Baker Mayfield, who had said, look, we're a 4-2 football team. Yeah, the 2 games we lost, we got absolutely blitzed by Baltimore and Pittsburgh, but it feels like we're 0-6 and the world is caving in. This is after he said last season was full of chaos and they're ready to put it behind him. Doesn't seem like that's been the case. So Key has weighed in certainly on what his thoughts are on the Browns, and now it's your chance to weigh in on the Dr. Pepper call-in line, 888-SAY-ESPN. The phone lines are jammed, so let's get right to it. If you can't get to a phone, Key, J, and Z, tweet us. We'll get to it, hopefully, on the air as well. Let's start with Scott in Wilmington, North Carolina. All we're simply asking every caller and tweeter, the Browns are, you fill in the blank. Scott, what do you got?
They are the Ferrari in the parking lot that everyone thinks looks great, but it has a broken down engine. You turn the key, the engine's not going to take you anywhere, the engine being Baker Mayfield. But luckily for them, they finally got a good mechanic. But let him buy a new engine and let him take his quarterback to take this team where they need to go. Too good of a roster to be where they're at.
Great stuff, Scott. I almost feel like we need an AutoZone mention here with all of that, but we'll get to it sooner or later.
Broken down Ferrari.
What do you think?
Look, Baker Mayfield didn't play well last week. He played well the week before that, played well the week before that. 2 games that they played, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, not so good. Great defenses. They're learning how to play professional football. He's learning. This is guy's 3rd, 4th offensive coordinator in a short period of time. He's polarizing, so people going to dump on him.
Right, let's get some Bills played. Baker Mayfield needs to get into the zone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Mark in South Dakota. The Browns are fill in the blank.
The Browns are still a joke. I mean, you got their most, impactful defensive player, Myles Garrett, out there being selfish, swinging helmets.
That was last year, man.
That was last
year.
Baker Mayfield's out there still playing like he was last year. You got Odell. You can't even hit him on a simple slant. I mean, come on, Key. You should throw him the slant like 4 or 5 times a game, and they're not even trying.
So much to digest there. May I?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Well, for me, this is the problem, right? Why he says 4-2 feels like they're 0-6 is because of the division in which they're in, because they're still going to finish 3rd within the division. And every time the Browns take a step up in competition, they understand exactly where they are in their process. So what they are is a wild card team. They're a team that is good, but they're not great. They don't have the capability to take the next step. They're not a real contender to be in the Super Bowl because of the quarterback. Because the quarterback limits your playbook. He limits your ability to be able to open up the playbook and go to the last chapters of it because he's limiting what he's capable of doing. So when he goes against a better competition, he comes up small and not big. He has more commercials than he has touchdown passes.
Wow.
So my man went to the helmet from last year.
That was in 2019, the swinging of the helmet. Calvin in San Antonio, you're up, man. Browns are?
What's up, guys? Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you, man.
But I wanted to say that the Browns are a slightly better version of the Cowboys, but they are basically the same team. On paper, they are easily top 10, top 7 on paper, but the play on the field does not match what's on paper.
Yeah, I think the Browns have a better defense than Dallas, and I also think in terms of they're a better football team.
But they're kind of built in their image.
Yeah, they're a little bit better. They're a little bit better football team without Dak Prescott.
Yeah, great running back. If everybody's healthy, 2 solid tackles, about the same.
Pittsburgh just stormed Cleveland over the weekend. Mike is in Pittsburgh. He's on ESPN Radio. The Browns are? Mike, we got
Predictable.
you? Predictable? Okay, go ahead.
Basically, look at it's Manziel 2.0. They need a quarterback.